All right, we have been waiting on the official formation of Tropical Depression 9 and what will eventually become Tropical Storm Imelda. As of 5 a.m. from the National Hurricane Center, still have yet to see that organization come into play. So what we're looking at right now in the Atlantic Basin, this is Hurricane Humberto, actually a Category 4 storm now. And then over here is what is considered potential Tropical Cyclone 9, again, what will eventually become Imelda. So let's take a closer look at the track of actually both of these storms as we go throughout the next couple of days. So again, here is Hurricane Humberto, actually forecasted now to briefly reach Category 5 strength as we go throughout the weekend. So right now it's at Category 4 strength. Sometime later today or early Sunday could become Category 5 and then continue dropping back down as it continues further out into the Atlantic. It's important to note that that's out there because that will play a role in what potential Tropical Cyclone 9 ends up doing. So I want to kind of walk you through what we're expecting to see with this system as we go throughout the weekend and then into the early work week. So still an organized low pressure system at the moment. Sometime later today, we're likely going to be talking about Tropical Depression 9. Sometime on Sunday, that is when we'll see this system jump up into a tropical storm while it's over the Bahamas. So tropical storm watches and warnings have been issued for parts of the Bahamas, and the track of this system up until about Monday is pretty certain. You can see the cone is tight while it's a storm moving over the Bahamas. By the time we get off the coast of the eastern United States on Monday, that's when a lot of question marks start to come into play, namely with the movement of this system. There's pretty good confidence that this will maintain tropical storm strength, maybe briefly jump up to a Category 1 hurricane off the coast, but where it goes and exactly what it does, that is the questions that we still have to answer. So let's take a look here at the spaghetti plots, and I'll just kind of point out the fact that there is a really, really broad area on the spaghetti plots here. A lot of disorganization about what this storm is going to do. And, you know, we see this central line that tries to take kind of a mean of what these spaghetti models are thinking. We have seen this go from all the way over here in Georgia to South Carolina to all the way back out towards the Atlantic Ocean. So just a lot of variability in what this system is going to end up doing by the time we get to Monday. The reason being, there's a lot of upper level factors at play. One of those upper level factors being Humberto. We have a strong hurricane out in the Atlantic. Its movement is really going to impact what potential Tropical Cyclone 9 ends up doing. There's a world in which Humberto actually ends up pushing this system inland, maybe having it stall over here towards the coastal Carolinas and towards the Georgia coast, or if it gets its way out of here quick enough, this system actually has the chance to push out further into the Atlantic. So overall, a lot of uncertainty. As we start to get a little bit closer, once we have a named system, a lot of these details will come into better focus. Let's just play this out on some of the models here. This is the graph model, our high resolution model. This is just one scenario in which we think something like this could happen. Now, I'll note, this is Monday morning at 9 a.m. Over the last couple of days, we've really seen this trend towards the system stalling as we get into the early work week. So potentially moving very slow, maybe not even over the Bahamas by the time we get to Monday morning, and then just see how hardly this system moves as we go all the way through the day on Monday. So I want you to pay attention to the slow movement and the potential for stalling more than anything, because overall, yes, the system could jump up to a Category 1 hurricane, but the thing that we're really going to need to pay attention to as we watch this thing get closer towards the coast is really the flooding potential. We're going to see a lot of rain, and if this system ends up sitting right here off the coast, it could dump a lot of rain onto the coastal Carolinas and to the Georgia coast as well. And I think flooding potential overall is going to be the thing that we'll need to pay attention to as we watch this system in the early work week. We'll play this out on the long range models as well. You're going to see a different scenario play out. Again, kind of the same idea off the coast by the time we get to maybe Monday afternoon, sometime during the day on Monday. But then with this latest model run, both of these long range models try to drag this thing back out to sea. I'll play that out for you so you can see it here. And again, a slow mover by the time we're at Tuesday afternoon, still stalled somewhere off the coast. And then again, both these models have this system pushing out of the way. So what you're going to notice as we go throughout the day on Saturday, a lot of the details will start to come into focus. Again, we're likely talking about this becoming Tropical Depression 9 by the end of the day today. By the end of Sunday, that's when we'll likely be seeing Tropical Storm Elda. The more we can get this to become a more organized system, the more details will come into focus about the track, how much this is going to stall, and how strong this system is to become. Make sure to stay up to date with our 13 WMAZ weather team for the latest.